Hey, what's up? I'm Michelle B. This is Channel Notes, and today I am talking about what to name your YouTube channel, which is something that a lot of people would be like, what? That doesn't really matter. Not much thought needs to go into that. But for me, and I'm sure a lot of other people, naming your channel can be one of the biggest blocks to actually getting started on YouTube. It's one of those things where you're very much like, yes, I am doing this. I'm starting a YouTube channel, and you're so like pumped and motivated, and then you're like, next minute, can't think of a name. So you brainstorm and you write lists, you consult with friends and family, and then a week goes by and your motivation is gone and you don't end up starting your YouTube channel just because you can't think of what to name it. So to help the people who are somewhat like me in that respect, here are my 5 tips to help you think of a name for your YouTube channel. So my first tip when you're naming your YouTube channel is to keep it as short as humanly possible. People are incredibly lazy, myself included, and don't want to have to think when searching for your YouTube channel. You want it to be the kind of name that just like pops into your head easily and requires the least effort possible for people to remember. And that means not using any symbols or numbers. My second tip is don't limit yourself with your YouTube channel name. So if you're not 100% sure on your niche, you've watched my how to choose your niche video and you're still like, I don't know. Don't choose a channel name that's gonna put you into a box. So like if I had a vague idea that in the future I wanted to make beauty videos, but I wasn't totally sure, was that really what I was interested in? I wouldn't name my channel Beauty by Michelle. And even if you do have a clear idea of what kind of videos you want to make, in a year's time, that could totally change. So keep that into account when you're choosing your channel name. My third tip is to think of other platforms. So before you 100% decide on a name, make sure that you can actually get that name on all of the different platforms like Twitter and Tumblr and Facebook and YouTube. Consistency is really important, which is something that I've emphasized a lot on my blog and on this channel. If you have different names across all the social media platforms, it gets really confusing for your subscribers. People won't be able to find you on the different platforms because they expect you to keep that same name. So before deciding on your channel name, make sure you can get it on all the platforms and try and register on those platforms ASAP, even if you don't think that you're going to necessarily use them straight away, like Facebook or a domain even, just try and get them before someone else does. My fourth tip is, if you are in doubt, just use your real name. The thing about a YouTube channel is that it pretty much revolves around you. It's very you-centered. You are the focus. It also revolves around what content you make and what you make your videos about and your subscribers, but you are the never-changing aspect of your channel. So if you are seriously stuck, I would suggest using your name. It's what I did for my main channel, Michelle B, and it's what plenty of other YouTubers have done, like Philip DeFranco, Sarah Hawkinson, Rachel Whitehurst. But if you don't want to use your full name, you can always just do a play on of your name. So I have Michelle B, and then xoxo is a play on of her name. So rather than seriously pondering on what to name your channel for, weeks on weeks, just go with your name if you are seriously stuck. And my fifth tip is that it doesn't really matter in the end what you name your YouTube channel. People just forget about your name after a while. It's not that big of a deal what you name your channel, even though in your head it's like this monster thing that you seriously need to sit down and think out. In the end, after like a year of being on YouTube, your content and your personality is all that people are going to really associate with that name. They forget about the name, they just remember, the feeling that they get when they watch your videos or the branding of your channel, whatever it may be. There are loads of people who have named their channel, really odd names that are totally relevant to what they make, but people have totally forgotten about the names because all they think of is the person behind the channel. So that's like Nigga Smosh, PewDiePie. You don't think about their YouTube channel name after you've watched them. So those are my 5 tips on choosing a name for your channel. In the end, what you really want is a name that is concise, easy to remember, and you can get it on all the platforms that you're not going to hate in a year's time. My final piece of advice is just to sit down, maybe spend, hour max picking a name, stick with the name that you've chosen, register it on all of the platforms, and then concentrate more on creating engaging, authentic videos. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this helped. If you have any other tips on choosing your channel name, please leave them down in the comments below. Make sure that you check out my blog post, which is listed in the description below, and I will see you soon.